Hello everyone, welcome to yourfaculty.com. This video we are going to cover some of the multiplication techniques. Let's start with our technique for multiplying numbers with 9. So how do we do it? Let's take a very simple example to start with. Okay, I'll take this number 56 and I'm going to multiply this by 9. So the first step here is 9. Remember, for 9 the base that we need to consider is 10. Okay, so I have been telling you for a lot of all the shortcuts there is some base, right? In the case of 99 it will be 100. Similarly, if it is 999 it's going to be 1000. So just remember that always we need to have a base, because that's how Vedic principles or Vedic mathematics work. So this is a mix of Vedic and a lot of other techniques in mathematics. Okay, so in the case of 56, first let's divide it by a separator. So how did we arrive at the separator? Separator, basically, because this is base of 10, just before the tens place we need to put a separator. So after ones digit we are putting a separator here. So this is ones digit, this is tens place, right? So 56 is there. Now our first step is to add 1 to this, plus 1, and what do we get? We get 6. And now subtract it. So what did I do as a first step? I'm subtracting a number which I'm getting by adding 1 to this particular number, right, which is on the left hand side. And what do I get? I get 50. So this is your, take it as LHS. LHS, what I'm saying LHS is of the total number, this will be on the left hand side. Now what will be on the right hand side? As I told you, the base is 10. Now I need to subtract this 10 by the right hand side of this number, 6. And what do I get? 4. That's the answer for you. Okay. So if you notice, all that I did was just do some simple subtraction, right? Now let's try another question. 97 into 9. So I'm doing this. See, this technique, maybe for a single digit, when it's a single digit 9, you might think that this looks silly, right? Because you can quickly multiply. Still, you will be saying few seconds. But if you understand this concept, doing it for 99 and 999 is even more easier. That's why it's important that you first understand it for 9. So what is our first step? Our first step is to add 1 from this with this 9. So what do we get? We get 10. So we subtract this value and we get 87. So this is your left hand side. Now our base is what? 10, and we need to subtract it with 7. And what do we get? We get 3. So what is the answer that you get when you multiply 97 by 9? You get 873, and you got it just like that, right? So please remember, you of course have certain techniques where you apply the concept of 97 into 10 minus 1. So what happens? 970 minus 97. You can always apply this idea, right? You can always apply this idea if you want. This is the other way to look at it, where I assume that the number is, for example, in this case 97 into 9, I'll start off by assuming that the number is 970 and then subtract 97. The same thing. So this is the other way to look at it. There is another technique that I have told here, which is this. Hope you are able to appreciate the whole technique that I explained here. So moving on. Multiplying with 99. Okay. So here I'm just taking an example of larger number, 757 into 99. So as I told in the previous problem, the base here is 100, right? So what do? I draw a separator here. So just before the 100th place, right? This is 10th place, this is 1's place. Okay. So what do I do there? I add 1 to it. So I get 8. So what is the answer here? 749. And then what do I do after that? I take 100 as the base and subtract 57 from it. And what do I get? I get 43. So I just need to write it over here. So what do you see here? You see that 757 into 99, you got the answer just like that. So you can always say that you can use a calculator, but this is faster than calculator if you actually look at it. Let's take another example. Let's try if I do it fast, how quick it will be like. Okay, 872 into 99. So the first step, add plus 1. So it is 9. And I subtract 9 from this. What do you get? 863. So that is your LHS. And I then subtract 100 minus 72. And what is that? 28. This is the answer for you. Isn't it fast? So my advice to you is to practice this multiple times so that you master this. Because once you know this technique very well, it is very easy for you. You can do wonders because you are not going to use calculator. That will save a lot of time, and you can do a lot of your percentage problem or even the labs. You can do problems pretty fast. Let's take another example. 1085 into 99. Right? This is 1000. Sorry about that line. 1000. Okay. What do? I draw a line here. I add plus 1. So I now need to subtract this by 11. And what do I get? I get 74. This is my left hand side. And what should I do next? Minus 85. And I get 15. So this is the answer for you. So hope you are able to appreciate the whole concept that we are trying to explain here. And I believe this will be very useful for you in all your exams, and also as an individual to know that multiplication is not as complex as you think. Okay. Next is multiplying with 11. This again is easy if you know 11 table. For example, if you are given a question 753 into 11, right? So your usual technique is 11 3s are 33, 3 you carry 3, 11 5s are 55, plus 3 58, you carry 5, 11 7s are 77, plus 5 82, right? So you have this technique. You can always apply this technique. But what if the question is 12, 13 and so on? So to understand 12, 13 and so on, what you'll do is we'll try to apply the same principle over here so that it is easier for you when you start practicing 12, 13 and the rest of the numbers. Okay. So the first technique is this, 753. The first step is to add a 0 over here and 0 over here. So our question, please remember, is 753 into 11. Okay. Just in case you forget if there are zeros over here. The first step is to add the numbers, neighboring numbers. Okay. So for example, our first step is to add 3 plus 0. And what do you get? You get 3. The next step is add 5 plus 3. What do you get? 8. The next step is add 7 plus 5. What do you get? 12. You have 1 left. Next step is add 0 plus 7 and this 8. And what do you get? You get 8 here. So if you notice, all that I did was just multiply, just add nearby numbers. That's it. It's very simple. I didn't even do the complex multiplication that we did over on the left hand side. I just did a simple addition. Can we try another number now? Okay. So 6752 into 11. This is a question for you. And what is the first step? I'm just going to put zeros on both sides. And what is the next step? I'm going to add the neighboring numbers. 2, 7, 7 plus 5, 12. I get a balanced 1. 6 plus 7, 13 plus 1, 4. I have another, I carry again 1, 14, right? 0 plus 6, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So isn't it easy? When I'm saying 6752 into 11, I mean, this is such a complex calculation. If it's on a normal day, you are asked to do this. This is such a complex calculation. But what I have done it in such an easy way for you, and your answer is 74,272. You can say it, you can do it faster than what I told you now. I mean, just to spell out the number, I took 5 seconds, right? You can do the problem faster than that. And I'll do one more example before I move to the next question. So here is it. 55,865 or 66, okay, into 11. So what is our first step? 55866, 0 over here, 0 over here. I'm going to do it very fast now. 6 plus 0, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 1, 8 plus 6, 14 plus 1, 5, 1, 13, 14, 1, 10, 11, 1, 5, 6. How fast was that? So this is the power of the technique. Okay, so I hope you are able to appreciate what you are told here. So please use this technique whenever possible so that you practice it, and it will be easier for you when you go to the subsequent ones, which is like multiplying with 12, 13, 14 and so on. Okay, multiplying a number 586 into 12. So please understand that in the earlier case, what did we do? Our first step was to put a 0 in the beginning and 0 in the end, right? And then what did we do? We started adding up the number. The only additional step that we need to do now is multiply this number by 2. Just because it is 12, we are going to multiply this number by 2 and then add it up with 0. So what do we get? 6 2s are 12 plus 0. So for this block, you get 12. So you keep 2 and you leave 1. Now, 8 2s are 16 plus 6, 22 plus 1, 3. So you get a 2. 5, so we are done with this, right? 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 8, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. You again have a carry of 2. So we are done with this. 0 into 2, 0. Plus 5, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. Can you believe that you have got the answer already? So what did we do here? Please watch carefully. All that I did was I ensured that I double each of these numbers and add with the nearby number, the neighbor number on the right hand side. Okay. So first step is multiply the numbers by 2 and add with the neighbor on the right hand side, right? So the same rule applies in the case of 13 as well. So let's take an example now. 268 into 13. So just like your 11 and 12, what is the first step that we have to do? We have to write 268 and put a 0 in the beginning and in the end, on the right and on the left. And next step is very important. In the case of 12, you multiply it by 2. In the case of 13, you need to multiply it by 3. Similarly, in the case of 14, you need to multiply it by 4. Here, we are going to multiply this number by 3 because this is 13. So 8 3s are 24. Plus, sorry, you have to then add that number to the neighboring number. So in this case, of course, it is 0. So it is 24. Right? And what is the balance? 2. Next is, so we are done with this. Next is 6 threes are 18. 18 plus 8. What is that? 18 plus 8 is 26. 26 plus 2, 28. 28. So we are left with 2 again. Now, 2 threes are 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. And you are left with 1 now. 0 into 3, 0. Plus 2, 2. Plus 1, 3. 3484 is your answer. So I know that this looks complex because of course that's why I will not take the video of 14 and after that, because these values are becoming now 24, 35, 45, and adding that number with the neighbor will always become difficult for you. So we can stop it at 13. You can try practice the same technique for 14 as well. Okay, for example, I'll just show you a sample if you want to do it. 268 into 14. What happens in this case? 0, 2, 6, 8 and 0, right? We put 0 on the beginning and towards the end. Now, first step is 8 into 4, right? And what do you get? You get 32, and 32 you add over here, it becomes 2. 32 is anyway the number, and have 3 balance. 6 into 4 is 24 plus 8, which is a neighbor, right? So what do you get? You get 32 and plus this 3, you get 35. And what is the balance you have? You have balance of 3 again. And next is 2. 2 into 4 is 8. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. You get 7. And what is the balance you have? You have 1. 0 into 4 is 0. Plus 2, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. And you get the answer as 3752. So viewers, if you are looking at it, what you see here is there is an underlying concept that you are trying to apply throughout. So whether it is 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever be it, so on, you can apply this concept of multiplying the number by this particular value and then adding it up with the nearby number. This is basically what you're doing when you're multiplying, but what I'm trying to show here is picturize it in a way so it's easy for you to solve. Thanks for watching our video. You can subscribe to more videos at your faculty channel. Like us on our Facebook page and our LinkedIn page, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Thank you.